Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is going to be playing with the Beaute Palletopoly palette. I wanted to do several looks. This is the first time I'm doing a video in this format where I kind of speed through two other looks and just focus on like one look and talking about it. So hopefully this works out. Editing me will certainly find out before this is uploaded. Anyway, if you want to see how I got this look, the other looks that I did, and what I think of this palette, stick around, we're going to get into it. I'm about to have a very naked face. Brace yourself. All right, here we are. Technically, for me, this is look number 3, but going to be look number 1 for you. Hopefully, I've mentioned this already, that I will, if everything works out, include like a quick fast-forwarded version of the 2 looks I did prior to this one, so you can kind of see how these eyeshadows perform. I'm sure you've seen them before, but I wanted to give you my best. So that's what I'm trying for today. I've never done a video quite this way before, like this format, so hopefully it's okay. We'll find out. Maybe you'll let me know in the comment section. Like I said, it's my first time, so we'll see. But since this is my last look for this video with this palette, I thought I would use the more neutral palettes and do kind of a toned down look. Obviously, when you look at this palette, you see color, so much fun color, so many fun options, but it might be harder to see like a quote unquote wearable everyday kind of a look, but I can see it. I mean, I wear all of my eyeshadows like they're everyday looks. I'm cool with that, but not everyone is, and that's also totally fine. So I thought, let's do a more wearable look, and I thought I would do kind of a halo-ish eye for this. So let's just tuck in and see how we go. I'm also going to play with my new BK brushes today. This is the 207. It looks like a very tiny blending kind of a pencil. I'm going to go into Mixed Tape, which is the darkest brown. It's almost like brown and purple. So I'm just going to get this on the inner and outer corners of my lid. It's definitely a bit purpley, which I'm not mad at. I obviously primed my eyes already with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. It's what I always use. It's my favorite for almost every eyeshadow I've tried. All right, I really like that a lot. So I'm gonna clean my brush off with my color switch and dip into a slightly lighter shade. Okay, so Mixed Tape was this one right here. So I think I'm gonna go with this one called Macarena. And that's gonna go kind of on and above that first shade. Overlapping for sure, because we're gonna want them to blend together. And I think they will. I will say, so far, all of these shades have played really nicely with each other. So that's been pretty darn awesome. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that Macarena and put it on the inner as well. Right now I'm just gonna lay it down. I'm not gonna fuss too much with blending. I can go back and do that. So I'm gonna clean off my brush again. And we'll go into Mullet, which is this like nice tan shade at the bottom, which is actually the top. I was holding it upside down because that's what I do. And again, same brush, and we're just gonna put that on top of Macarena. And of course, overlapping a little bit. Same on the inner. This is a very, very pretty warmish brown tone. There, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of what we're gonna do. I'm also going to add a little bit just on the inner, like we did. All right, now I'm gonna go back over all of these shades and build them and blend them, and then we'll do shimmer. You notice I did get a little bit of fallout. I wasn't being the least bit careful. The other looks I did mess up on part of one, not being careful, and got some fallout, but that was pretty much it. These don't give a whole lot of fallout. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan if that matters to you. It doesn't to me, but there is a little bit, so there's that. Look at that. They just blend so beautifully. All right, let's dig into a fun shimmer. So we have Material Girl or Queen. I'm gonna go with Material Girl. I think that's the one. And I'm gonna wet my brush. I usually wet my shimmer shades. It's just how I like to do it. These are nice either way. So I'm going into Material Girl with this little wet shader brush. And I'm gonna start putting that on the empty space there in the center. That's really, really cute. All right, I'm going to boop over the edges where the mattes meet the shimmer all the way up, because that's how hooded eyes work. Because my eyes are hooded, the shimmer shades end up in my crease anyway, so I put them there intentionally, and it just looks a little nicer. And I'm just gonna tap whatever's left on the brush all the way up. So there's not a lot, just a tiny. All right, so I obviously kind of went in a little bit too far right here. So I'm going to clean up the inner corner and the mess out on the outer. And then I'm going to do the rest of my face, come back and show you the other two looks and have a final chat about what I think of this palette. All right, I'm back, and that's the look done and dusted. I really, really like all of these eyeshadows. There are a few I didn't get to play with yet, but I think it's a great formula. I like all the looks that I came up with. They are really easy to use. I would be glad to have this in my collection. The game part of it is super fun. I think it'd be a really good time just to like hang out with your friends and just play and be goofy and enjoy the nonsense of it all. I'm probably going to pass this along to my two oldest granddaughters, I think. I think it could be super fun for them to play with. And, you know, it doesn't have to just be a game. It can be an eyeshadow palette, but I really think they would enjoy it. So I think I'm gonna do that. But if I didn't have them, I would totally keep this and use it all the time. It's so good. Is it as good as, say, Blend Bunny and Nomad? It's up there. I will say that. I really, really do like this palette. Let's zoom in real quick so you can see the eye look up close and personal. So I'm just gonna quickly show you the looks that I did. The first one is obviously predominantly pink and purple. And again, these blended out beautifully. They built up beautifully. I had no problems at all with those shades. I believe I used Purple Rain, Fanny Pack, Digital Pet, Neon, Vogue, and then of course for the shimmers it was Walkman, Fashion, and Purple Rain. Those were incredibly fun. I believe the Walkman and Purple Rain are a bit toppery, so I really liked how they went on over the matte shades. And then for the second look I wanted to do green. So I used Ninja Turtle, I used Grungy, a little bit of mixed tape in the outer, and then of course I used Slime and Scrunchy as the shimmer shades for that look. Again, these shades are great. They're buildable, they're blendable, they're so, so, so good. I didn't use the blues, sadly, but I'm pretty sure I used almost every other color, and it was so good and so fun. So that is that on that. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts below. Also, if you have a favorite look, leave that down there too. I really enjoy reading what you think. And I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.